Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
स्पीच चालू करा मॅम तुम्ही.
हाँ सर.
मग तुमचा कॉल पण नाही लागत.
Good morning, all. Respected Director, sir, Principal, ma'am, and all HODs and all participants. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to this Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering Institute Innovation Cell webinar, Problem Solving and Ideation Workshop. In this webinar, we will discuss about problem solving and ideation. Ideation is a creative process of generating the new ideas. Now, I would like to introduce today's our guest, Dr. Nagaraju Bedetti. He is Assistant Professor in CSC Department, NIT Nagaland. He has 5 years of industry experience. He worked as project lead at HP, Tech Mahindra, and R&D services at Bangalore. He has taken up various administrative roles such as Deputy Registrar, Nodal Officer for All India Survey on Higher Education. He has delivered many lectures in many FDPs and skill development programs. Now, I request today's guest to start his session.
So if I switch on my video, is it okay?
Yeah, sir.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Nagaland, I welcome you all for this great session on problem solving and ideation. So before I start the topic, so I would like to just ask everybody that my audio is very much clear, and I hope when I am sharing the screen, you are not able to face any issues. So in case if you have any queries, you can always stop me in between. You can immediately mute me. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me anytime. And I will be very happy if the session is very interactive in nature, right? I am a person who always wants the session to be very interactive. It should not be like a one-to-one session that I am keep on talking something and there is no relevance in the audience, right? So let us make this session very live and let us try to bring our thoughts together to understand what is this problem solving and why we need to solve some problems, right? In real life, professionally. So let me share I think I have shared my screen. Is my screen visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So is my voice clear or any problems are there?
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Yes,
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So I welcome you all again for this session, and today we will try to understand the importance of problem solving and ideation. So my presentation outline is, first of all, we should understand what is a research problem. Why? We need to solve a problem, first of all, right? And whenever you listen to a word called as problem, it's so negative in nature that we know, right? There are so many problems going on in our real time apart from our professional career, right? So the word problem is very much negative in nature, but when you take the academic problem in nature, right, it's very much positive in nature. Why? We will try to understand in this presentation today. And then I will show you some kind of roadmap to kickstart your research. Then, as you already know, many of you might be aware, there are respected faculty members who completed their PhDs. So I expect this session is more helpful for the postgraduate students, research scholars, and young faculty who are about to initiate their PhD work, right? Then I am going to explain you how to get access to journal articles. So I would like to say journal articles in the sense the open access. I am not talking about the open access journal articles, the subscribed journal articles. Then, so when we know there is a problem to be solved in our professional career, there are so many problems, right? We have to understand how to choose a right problem. Choosing a right problem in a right way is the right thing that we can do. By chance, if we are choosing something which is not right, then we are not going to do anything right, right? So after discussing about choosing a right problem, I would like to help you out in understanding the problem solving process. The problem solving process, right? So it's a kind of cyclic procedure that we need to follow continuously till the desired result has been obtained. Then, so if you want to solve any problem, I will take a simple example. If somebody wants to construct a house, they are not going to come directly and call some people and start digging, right, for the foundation. First of all, they will lay some design. They will have an layout. They will have a plan, crystal clear plan to handle the construction of a house. Similarly, we need a proper research design. So what are the steps involved in creating a research design? We will also discuss. And finally, I will take one case study, which is a very interesting and a realistic problem where everybody can understand, be it a computer science graduate or an ECE, EEE, civil, mechanical, whoever it is, right? From whichever department you belong to, I have chosen one case study from my PhD work, one part of my PhD work, which can give a live example of how, suppose you take an example of Nagaraju, right? So how Nagaraju has taken a problem, how he has created a design for his research work, and then what is the problem solving process he has gone through, what kind of implementation he has done. Everything I will show you, means I would like to tell from a real-time case study, right? So this is my presentation outline. I hope everybody got a very vague idea or a rough idea about how we are going to have the session today. So I would like to ask once again, is my audio very clear, and is it okay, or you are feeling little bit the way I started, is it okay or not? You just kindly let me know so that I can continue. So the first thing that we will try to understand is, what is a research problem? So this is a greatest confusion. Suppose when I started when I started my PhD work in the initial days of 2014, this is a question mark for me. I really don't know, because I came from an industry where uh, some client will come, they will give some project. We don't consider that as a problem. But when you come to a research, it's a teamwork in the industry. But when you come to a research, it's an individual work. Actually, it is also a team where your supervisor is also involved, but most likely we say that research problem is an individual problem that you need to solve, right? It's the greatest confusion for many of us when we are starting about something new. Suppose when, even if you're a faculty, your HOD comes and says, write a research proposal. It looks like a biggest problem in our world, right? So then what is a research problem? Basically, it's a specific issue. It cannot be more than one issue that you are going to handle. Maybe when you are trying to handle an issue, there are some sub issues which will by default get merged into that complex solution. But usually or ideally, a research problem is a specific issue or a gap in knowledge. It can be a gap in understanding. It can be a gap in the current technology with the societal needs, right? You are trying to solve the gap, or you are trying to find some solution for a specific issue, right? So a research problem in general, in a layman terminology, we can understand it's a specific issue that you want to aim to address, right? So you are going to address a research problem. Then why is the research problem very important? The next question is why a research problem is very important. Now you take one example of, for example, you take an Internet of Things domain. Now you take smart cities. Now when you talk about smart city, right now I am in a place called Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. I came for vacation, right? Now here I can see recently the corporation people have laid out. I think in Mumbai it is already there. So let me take the example of Mumbai, right? When I came to IIT Powai, right, in the year 2015 for an international workshop, I could see many apartments are connected with a gas connection, the LPG gas connection, the gas which we use for cooking. So there is a connection. Now you take smart cities, people want to wind up the concept of booking the gas cylinder from the gas agencies, right? Now let us take this particular research problem. You can have a doubt, how come an LPG gas connection, the pipeline, gas pipeline is a research problem? Let us take the concept of smart cities. When you talk about a smart city, right? One way of making a smart city is to make use of the domain of Internet of Things. The pipelines will have smart meters, let's say gas meter, which counts the units of gas that has been consumed by an individual house or an apartment or a building or a industrial area, whatever it may be, right? Then optimizing the flow of the gas. See, the gas will not come directly from our to the house. It has to come from a gas plant. Suppose a distribution unit, something like in electrical domain, electrical department, you can say there is a smart grid, which is a power distribution point. So from that particular power distribution point, you are going to get the power, right? So when you want to get the power, then what is going to happen? There are smart meters in individual houses, right? That smart meter will try to consume, or it will count the consumption of power. It will count the consumption of power. So now the distribution unit may not send the same units of power to all the areas. What will happen? It may some industrial area needs more power when compared to the normal domestic household areas. Similarly, when you take this gas, just give me a second. When you take this consumption of gas through the common gas pipeline, one of the research area is how to optimally distribute the gas across various household or the province, right? The entire province. There can be an industry, there can be a big restaurant where the gas usage may be more than a normal household gas usage, right? So what you can do is you connect some sensors, right? And for a meter, you collect the gas usage, and at the same time, try to get the data of different gas meters connected in various places, and then collect the statistical data and try to understand the potential area that needs to be given more gas units for their consumption. And just imagine an area has, for example, X units of gas consumption in a month for the last 2 years. But all of a sudden, in the 25th month, the number of gas units usage became more. Then just imagine somebody has wrongly tapped a unit and they are taking the gas. Just imagine. Then how you can do by using the prediction, right? You may predict 2 years they have used X units of time, X units of gas. Then immediately you can say when the delta is too much, there is a too much of delta, then you can say that there is some misusage happening. In the same way, power thefts from the smart grid are also handled. So there are so many different ways of handling the research problems, right? From our real time, you can choose if you want to do a PG project as part of your MTech course or an MSc course, or for that matter, BSc or a BCA or even BTech course. Even if you are a faculty, if you want to write a research problem, try to understand the problem what you are taking is very, very important. And a well-defined research problem is the first step to know exactly what you are going to do and why you are going to do. If you don't have a well-defined research problem, then you will not understand what exactly you are targeting. And there should be a clear purpose and justification. So my dear friends and colleagues and my dear students, try to understand if you really want to have a research proposal, right? The first and foremost thing that you have to do is selecting a problem with well-defined purpose and well-defined justification. Why you want to handle this problem? Then if you do not have a problem, then you cannot do anything towards research. So you need a problem to do the research, which will contribute some new and relevant in-depth insights, right? So then, first of all, when we talk about research problem, the next question comes is, why we need to solve a problem? What is the purpose for us to go for problem solution? Problem solving and ideation. Ideation is, it's a creative thinking to solve a problem. Ideation is nothing but problem solving process. My first question is, what motivates you to solve a problem? Now, let me come to the session. I would like some of the participants, right? Because I don't believe in keep on talking continuously. Some of the participants can just respond. What motivates you to solve any problem? See, here I am saying problem means a research problem. The project what you are going to do for a UG student, it can be a project. For PG, also it can be a thesis, right? So what motivates you? If any student or a very young faculty is there who want to, who are a research aspirant, you can respond. Somebody can unmute and respond. Can somebody please respond so that it will be more interactive in nature? What motivates you to take any research problem?
Anyone can respond.
Yeah.
The
If you
loopholes in
respond,
the
it will be.
current
Yeah, thank you. Please respond.
loopholes in the current technologies or something that is not yet developed or established.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Thank you, Parth Gandhi. Thank you.
The result will be get after the solving it problem.
Okay. So, thank you, Saket Patak sir. So, both of them are correct. One person has responded that we would like to bring some innovative thought process and to create some new thing. And the second person says the result that we are going to obtain is going to create an interest, a great motivation towards solving a problem, right? So let us go back. The motivation for us, or if you ask me the motivation, right? I would like to give something back to the society. That's my motivation. For example, if you want to handle any research project, right? What is the benefit that you want to give back to the society? That's what motivates me. And different people will have different motivation, but the motivation which should not be the real cause is, sir, somebody asked me to get a degree. To get a degree in the last semester, they told you have to solve a problem. That is the motivation. No, that's wrong. Somebody will say, no, sir, my HOD came and told me today, no, this year you need to get a project for getting the next increment. So I was motivated for that. No, those things are not the real purpose of motivation to solve a problem. The real motivation should be, as I think P. Gandhi and Saket has told, the results that we are getting and the new innovative contributions that we are going to make should motivate you. Now, definitely there will be some UG, PG, research scholars and faculty, right? That's what I told. As a UG student or a PG student, because the curriculum said a mini project has to be done or a major project has to be done, or somebody has asked me, pushed me to do some internship. That's not the reasons for solving the problem, but the real purpose and the real motivation should be to give back or to fill the gap between the existing technology to the upcoming innovative future. Then some people says, sir, I want to do research for getting PhD. If that is the case, that means you're all on a wrong track. Why? Because solving a problem should not be for the purpose of getting a mere degree. For getting a PhD, if you want to solve a problem, that means you are on a right track, because unless until you are, there is a self-induced EMF, right? You know, in electrical circuits, we used to study self-induced EMF. Similarly, you need to have a self-motivation to contribute something to the technical society or technical forum or to the society, right? Then the next thing is quality of handling the problem. That is also the most important metric. See, many people says, no, if you write a paper in 3 days, that is very good. If you publish 10 journal papers, that should not be your metric for doing a research. The real performance metric should be, is there any novelty? Is there any innovation that you are adding, or are you recreating the same thing in a different, basically cooking the same dish in a new dimension? That should not be the concern of when with respect to the quality of research. Now, the roadmap. How to kickstart our research. Initially, when I joined, as I told you, when I joined my PhD in the year 2014, I was completely blank in my mindset, in my thought process. If you give me any program, say I'm a very good programmer, I can say. You give me anything, I will sit quietly and maybe within hours time or in a day's time or even weeks time, right? I will be coming up with a solution. It may not be the optimum solution, but definitely I will come up with some kind of logic which will solve the problem through some programming. It can be a C programming or the upcoming means the famous Python programming, whatever it may be, right? So, but initially my mind was completely blank. I was not even knowing what to do. What is this research? What is this PhD? See, if you join an MTech course or a BTech course, there will be curriculum. Semester 1, semester 2, semester X, semester Z. You know what to study. And there will be a textbook or reference book or a Google, uh, uh, now Wikipedia, tutorial points, so many technical forums are there. But for PhD, there is no textbook, there is no syllabus, nothing, right? So the first thing is you should be very much sure about the domain. For example, if you want to take the domain as the platform, right? The basic foundation is about the domain. For example, everybody will get a question mark. When you talk about a domain, there are so many domains. Whether I need to, for example, you take image processing, you take networking, you take data analytics, you take Internet of Things, you take artificial intelligence, you take deep learning, you take neural networks. Right? There are so many areas. Basically, domain, I need to say research area. There are so many areas. Now you can see in the left-hand side picture, that person has 3 different paths. Now he has different questions. Which path do I need to take? Then, how can I identify in this globe? How can I identify my research area? Many people says, sir, I was assigned a guide, a supervisor. They told my research area is wireless sensor networks. So you do wireless sensor networks. My research area is thermal engineering. You do thermal engineering. It's not like that. You should be in sync with the research area of your supervisor also. Yes, at times you may be interested in some X domain, but the guide who has been allocated to you might be in some other domain. Then there are only 2 options. Either you convince your supervisor or you get convinced, right? You have to narrow down. See, selecting a domain, basically identifying your research area. How can you identify a research area? For example, when I worked in HP and Tech Mahindra, right, I was working on network management system. I was part of Commonwealth Games project, which was conducted in the year 2009 or 10, I think. In Delhi, we had Commonwealth Games. So Commonwealth Games, we from HP, I was there in HP, right? The project was given to HCL and HCL has subcontracted to HP. So we created a network management system, right? So from the day I joined HP till I left as a project leader in Tech Mahindra R&D Services Bangalore, I was working on network management systems. So when I kickstarted my research, I sat with my guide and I explained him the work which I have done earlier. So he was pretty much convinced. So my area of interest by default became networks related, right? So I have chosen a topic. That time, during that time, I have started working on the upcoming 5G networks. So to some extent, I have gone through, then I faced some kind of, there are, see, when you are identifying initially in your research career, there is always a possibility at one point of time you may reach a situation called dead end. You know deadlock in operating system, right? Computer science and IT engineers, you people are very much familiar about deadlock. A situation where you can't move ahead. Then obviously that's a very dangerous thing that you have to land. You should land. But ideally, I always pray God that nobody should land in a deadlock situations, right? When I have chosen the topic, it was pretty much promising topic, but I was not having any proper hardware or the platform to implement. So I have shifted my area, which I am going to explain you in the case study, which is in the last point of my presentation. So when you are choosing the topic, you have to choose very wisely. If you don't choose your topic in a wise manner, see, most of the time is not spent on writing the program. Many people will think solving the research problem is the toughest thing. No, identifying the right topic is the hardest, toughest, and the best thing that you can do for yourself is choosing a right area and right topic. So after choosing a topic, for example, I will tell in the case study more detail, in a detailed manner. You need to identify a problem statement. So for every problem, there will be a well-defined problem statement. Then what is a problem and what is a problem statement, right? Problem statement is an expression of what you want to do in your research. Excuse me. Yeah. So when you have identified a problem statement, for example, you want to work upon the power theft in a smart city, right? Or you are trying to work on feature selection algorithms, right? On cancer data set, or you are working upon some project like predicting the occurrence of diabetic in a patient or in a human being, right? By taking the past data, your algorithm will predict whether this person will be prone to diabetic or not. If this is a problem statement, then you need to do an elaborate or exclusive or comprehensive study of understanding the existing works. That's what I wrote. You have to dig. You have to dig deep into the existing works. What is this digging deep into the existing work? See, when you have chosen a research problem, there can be like-minded people across you, around you, or far away from you. You do not consider yourself as the only person that you are trying to handle a problem. There can be many personalities who are very far away from you, but they are also working on that. They might have published some articles on that. They might have observed something. For example, I will tell you one simple example, right? You want to prepare an orange juice. You may think that why this guy is taking an example of preparing an orange juice in a research. Professor Mahadev Prasanna, who is currently working as a professor in IIT Dharwad. He was a professor in IIT Guwahati, right? So he came to NIT Nagaland and he told research is something like this. Initially, when we know the fruit, orange fruit, everybody know you peel off the outer layer and eat the fruit. Somebody might have come to squeeze the juice and prepare orange juice first time, not now, long back. I am just telling you. So preparing an orange juice is the article that he has published. So what he will do, take the orange, clean it, wash it properly, remove the peel, squeeze it, filter the seeds, pour into a tumbler, keep in, then give to the customer. For example, this is what he has done and he has published a paper. Then another person comes, he also thought of preparing an orange juice, but somebody has done it. Now what he will do? He will keep, means he will do the same thing. What person A has done, so he understood there is an existing work of how to prepare an orange juice. Then what he will do? He will do the same thing. He will keep the orange juice in the refrigerator. And then he will say the effect of orange juice for keeping in the refrigerator. Then he will tick ABCD parameters. Person A has done how to prepare an orange juice. I have followed the same. Now I would like to read the parameters of the effect of orange juice by exposing it to -5 or 10 degrees temperature. Then one more person will come. He will tell, okay, from person A, we know how to prepare an orange juice. Person B has told me that if you, the effect of keeping it to the temperatures of 10 degrees, then he will do the effect of defreezing the same orange juice. Somebody will tell the effect of keeping the orange juice in a outside temperature. What will happen if the orange juice is exposed to 100 degrees? Are you able to understand? So that is the reason. See, research is not so simple as that, but this is what happens in the research. Very few people will take the original research works. Rest 10% of the people will do the novel things. The other people will add some kind of ingredient to the existing work. That's why digging deep into the existing work is the primary focal point to kickstart your research. Then, so once you dig deep into the existing works, you will be able to understand what happened in the past and then what you want to aim at. What is your aim? So finally, you need to finalize your objectives. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to do a very good research work, doing good background work is very, very essential. Then, so you can see in the right hand side, I wrote, where there is a will, there is a way. There is a link. Why I have kept this particular picture from the internet here. Okay. Now see, the first challenge is, if you want to dig deep into the existing works, then you need to access, or basically you need to study, right? Either it can be printed or a soft copy. You have to study the existing works. How you can study? Unless until you have subscription, you can't study, right? So the first thing is you have to search in Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is the same extension of a Google search engine, right? But Google Scholar is exclusively meant for a research community. So the first complaint I made initially at NIT Nagaland, there was no journal subscriptions. So I am not comparing Bharat Vidyapit. I am in general telling many students will come now also, as of now also. I don't know how many journal subscriptions are there in your institution, but if you are from other institute or if you don't have journal subscription, many people will think that's the end of the road. I wasted 1 year. I am not feeling shy or guilty to confess in front of the student or faculty community of Bharati Vidyapit that I wasted 1 year of very good time. Wasted, not completely wasted 1 year, but I used to send some links to my colleague. My colleague used to send to their friend who are sitting in some other institute. Whenever they are free, they used to download for me and send. Right? So many times I used to feel I can't download, so that's the end of the road. Always try to focus on the goal, but not on the obstacles. Okay, so whenever you have any obstacle, our focus is to get the journal article. So every time there is an opportunity which will call us, it's up to us whether we accept the opportunity or reject. Many of you, I don't know how many of you have gone through, but there is one website. See, officially, I should not declare this to for everybody's use, but what to do? See, there is a target for me to complete something. I don't have any journal article. In that case, you can use SCI Hub. If you go to SCI Hub dot, for example, SCIHub.sc, right? Sometimes the launched country will change, keep on changing. So now this is the website where, for example, at this point of time, I don't have an IEEE access. For example, I don't have IEEE journal access. I don't know how many of you have faced this, but I want to read this complete paper. What I will do, I will come here, copy, paste the complete title, not half title. You will get the paper. You get the research article now, right? So you download the article, and you can read, right? As part of your research process. So first you go to the Google Scholar and try to type some keywords. Sometimes in the Google Scholar itself, as highlighted, you will get the PDFs. Suppose if the one which I have highlighted here, it's my own journal publication. So you can see in the year 2018, I have published a work in UK based journal, right? So this is an open access journal. So you get a PDF for free without any subscription. That's what the meaning of open access journal, right? In case of that, you can happily download the PDF, but like this, you will directly get it. But in case, for example, I have typed another keyword and there is no PDF available. This is a journal publication in the journal Wireless Personal Communication Springer. In the year 2019, I had, this is an SCI index journal, right? It's not an open access journal. You need to subscribe to get the articles in this particular journal. Then if you really want to read this journal, and then what you have to do? You can use the SCI Hub, right? Then you will get the paper. You can download. You can see my name as the first author here and my research supervisors, right? So I took a liberty to tell you about this because many people are actually wasting their precious time thinking that unless until I have the journal publication access subscription, I cannot do anything. That's wrong, right? I don't know whether this is very much useful to you, the session. So let me come back and just ask a common general feedback in between the session. Is the session going in a right manner as per your expectation, or it is going in a different direction? Can somebody please respond? Can somebody please respond? Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir. It is
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you. No. As I told you, choosing the right problem is the most prominent aspect of getting success. If you don't choose a right problem, what will happen? You come to a situation of deadlock, the dead end, right? Then you have to backtrack again. Sometimes it happens, but you should not go to a situation where the entire research what you have done is completely wrong, right? You should not end into that. So how to choose a right problem? You need to self introspect about novelty, right? Newness. कुछ नया होना चाहिए. जो ऑलरेडी लोग कर चुका है वही हम भी करेगा सोचेंगे तो नहीं चलेगा. You need to have some kind of novelty. If you want a mere publication, within 2 days you can publish. There are so many journals available in the market, predatory journals, so-called Scopus index journals, so-called paid SCA journals. There are so many, right? You write anything, they will publish. So finally you will get a degree. That's not our thing. If you really want to have good publications with good quality, uncompromised quality journals, then you need some novelty in the said work. Definitely there will be so many challenges. Whenever you are taking a right problem, the journey will not be smooth in any means. You should get ready for that. Then you cannot take a topic which is very obsolete also. You may be doing something new for an old topic, right? Keeping the same new wine in the old bag, right? You should not do that. It should be, if it is a current trending topic, there is most likely that people will get attracted towards your work and you can become a pioneer. In my case study, I am going to explain you what some part of the work what I handle, and definitely I am very much proud to say I am the pioneer in that particular area. At one point of time, I definitely believe that people will refer my work because I am the first person to tackle a simple issue which is a current trending issue, right? Then definitely there will be a, you have to believe yourself that there will be some kind of proposed solution for any complex problem. There is, see, I'm not talking about the concept of design and analysis of algorithms. Sir, there are some NP complete and NP hard problems. I'm not talking in that perspective, right? If you want to solve something, definitely for any complex problem, there are ways to propose some solutions, right? Then to choose a right problem, you need to understand the context. Context means what is already known. Basically, this is the state of the art or the literature survey, right? Context is the most important thing to choose the right problem. See, many times I might have repeated this. Why? Because this is one of the pillar, one of the foundation stone to choose the right problem. And problem shall have relevance in 4 typical domains, areas, right? 1, the problem what you are going to choose shall have some academic relevance. It should have some societal relevance. It should also have scientific and practical relevance. So without a relevance, your problem shall never be right. Okay. So you have to see whether the problem is very much relevant with respect to academic, societal, scientific, and practical purposes. Then, so this relevance will tell you why you are choosing this particular problem. Because of the relevance in this academic, societal, scientific, and practical exposures, you are going to choose the problem. Then you will have your aims and objectives to be solved. That is what you are going to do. So what is already known, why you are choosing this, and what you are going to do after choosing this problem will take you to choose a right problem. Then we have to come to the problem solving process. So there are some steps that are involved in problem solving process. So this is a process. When we say process, it's not problem solving method. Method means it will start from step 1 and it will end at step n. But your problem solving process is a cycle of events that will occur, right? The first thing is defining a problem. Defining a well-defined problem statement will take you to the kickstart of your research proposal. It can be a research proposal, it can be a BTech project, MTech project, a research proposal, or a PhD work. After defining the problem, you need to analyze. You need to analyze the problem, right? Analyze means you need to understand how depth you want to handle this problem, how you are going to get the data for the problem. Are you going to use the original data from the devices, or are you going to simulate the data? And what will be the impact of taking the original data, or what will be the effect of using the simulation? So all sorts of analysis you will do. Then, as you are already aware of, there can be different solutions for any problem. You will identify and jot it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you will again analyze, saying, okay, for this particular solution, what is the plan? Okay, you choose one solution and then you take the plan of action. And then you go for implementing. After that, again, you will go to the next level of defining another problem statement. See, if you want to solve a problem, right, it is not a one-step procedure. Level by level, you are going to solve the problem, and finally again you will define the next level, analyze the level 2, then identify different solutions, pick one, and then go for your plan of action and implement it, right? Then, now the next important topic is creating a research design. Research design is also very important, right? So basically it's a framework. I made a small mistake. Yeah. So the research design is a framework. You need to have a framework for planning your research and answering your research questions, right? Then this particular research design will set the parameters of your project. For example, what you are going to include, the parameters that are needed, the parameters that are not needed. For example, you are working upon predicting the person's behavior, health status to decide whether he will get diabetic or not. If that is the case, then what you will take some parameters. For example, the insulin levels in the blood. It's a vital parameter that you have to include to get a prediction about that person affecting in future as a diabetic or not. Are you able to understand? Right? So similarly, there are some parameters which may not be required. The color tone of a patient, the age of a patient may be very crucial, right? The height of the patient may not be crucial, but the weight of the patient may be very crucial. Or when the height and weight of a patient is concerned, so the machine learning algorithm may consider this is what selecting a important features. We say feature selection, right? So some parameters may be very useful, some parameters may not be useful. This particular research design will define the criteria by which you are going to evaluate the results, and finally you will draw your conclusions. Then the reliability and the validity of your study, right? It all depends on how you are collecting the data, how you are measuring the data, how you are analyzing the data, and how you are interpreting your data and the results. So based on this research design only, the reliability, how much reliable your project is, how much reliable your work is, how much authenticated your work is, how much novel your work is, depends upon crucially on the research design aspect. So that's what I told. A strong research design is crucial to a successful research proposal. It can be a project, it can be a research article, or it can be a research proposal post your PhD. So what are the steps that are involved in creating a research design? You have to consider your priority and practicalities. As I already told you, initially I started my work with respect to 5G networks. At one point of time, within 1 year, I landed into a trouble thinking, how can I implement my concept? I don't have a current hardware which can support me, right? And neither, I should also admit, I don't have a high level of physical layer technical capabilities to understand the modulation techniques that are used in 5G communications. I am a computer science graduate, but I am very much inclined towards communication. Now, to some extent, I am okay. So I know the practical difficulties that I may need to face. So you need to set your priorities, which one you are going to do, and is it practically feasible or not. Sometimes some research problems are very much interesting in nature, but they are not practically possible to solve within the time frame. See, there is no hardcore time frame for any research area to solve, but definitely there is a time frame to be followed. Otherwise, what will happen? Somebody else may succeed in your research area, then your work will become obsolete unless until you add some delta to the existing published works. You have to determine the type of the data you need, whether you are going for the original data or you are going for a existing data set. For example, I will tell you, if you are working on feature selection on cancer dataset classification problem. So you want to classify the cancer dataset, then you can go and collect the cancer dataset by yourself. You can go to some medical universities across the globe and you can collect, or you go to the website, type cancer datasets, you will get. One of the website is kaggle.com. You will get all the existing datasets there. Well-defined, predefined, pre-existing data sets. So it's up to you whether you go and start collecting the data from scratch or take the existing data set. So you need to determine the type of the data. Then the next step I already explained. Then how you will collect the data is also important. How you are going to analyze the data, and then only you can write your research proposal, right? Now, so we have come this far. Let me explain you one simple case study. Let me explain you one simple case study how Nagaraju has done some part of his research work. Okay. So I have written case study 1, but anyways, I have done only one. I am explaining you only one case study here because of the time bound, right? Let me start again. Okay. Anyways, I have taken a case study called as redundant video sharing. What is video sharing? Right? You can be from any department. Everybody will understand this particular case study. Let us take why case study is important, because see, till now I have told you only the theoretical part. Anybody can know from Google, right? But if you see some case study, you will really understand how somebody has handled a problem in real time. Okay, so here I want to show you some steps that I have followed, like the real-time video traffic analysis I have done, obtaining the mobile data usage, application-wise data usage, monitoring download and upload speeds, real-time test cases, proposed model and results obtained. What is this, sir? Are you going to give the demo of your PhD thesis? Absolutely no, right? Let me ask you one simple question. How many of you use WhatsApp? How many of you use WhatsApp? Many people. I request you to unmute. Kindly unmute and then respond.
Yes,
There
sir.
is no one, almost none, who will say, I don't use WhatsApp. Very few people say, I don't use. Okay. How many times? My next question. First question is very simple. Second question is also simple, right? How many of you have understood, experienced a situation like this? You will get some video on WhatsApp. You got video. So there is a video, right? So you observed from one group A. I request the participants to kindly mute if you don't want to create any disturbance. Yeah. So everybody use WhatsApp. I got one video from group A. Imagine group A. There is a video here. So I am observing that video. After some time, from some other group, you may receive the same video. For example, right now, some farmers are doing protest. You may get some kind of, what do you say, a video of the protest from different groups. How many of you experienced receiving the same video from different group? Sometimes on the same day, sometimes after some period of time. Even from the same group, you may get the same video again, unknowingly or knowingly. How many of you have faced this issue? Kindly
Yes,
respond by unmuting yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So, how can this be a research problem? My next question is, how can be, okay, I am getting video multiple times. What is there? If I am interested, I will watch. My next question is, are we watching every video which we receive in each group in the WhatsApp? Or very few groups you will watch, and mostly in many groups we will be inactive? Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so when I started my research, I have thought I can contribute something to this particular burning issue. How come it is a burning issue, sir? How can you get a PhD? Yes, I got a PhD by solving this particular problem. First of all, let me tell you how come this is a research problem. Okay, my next question. How many of you are asking somebody to send a video in WhatsApp, or it is just coming? Somebody is posting, we are in the group, videos are coming. Thanks to Jio and other telecom service providers, most likely the data services are very, very economic in nature. We are directly getting or there are so many Wi-Fi in the organizations, in the institutes, we keep on downloading and watching. Sometimes we will watch, sometimes we will not even watch the video. Okay, so how many of you are asking for the video from any WhatsApp user? I am in a session. Okay, can somebody respond? How many of you has requested a video in a WhatsApp group, or
Yes,
it
sir.
is just coming?
Yes, sir. I've requested the video.
Yeah,
So
you
other
might have
parties
requested. What is the percentage of a user who will request, or in general somebody will post, we are getting it? Every time are you asking, then only a video comes in your WhatsApp, or it comes just
No,
like
sir.
that?
So both
just
ways.
like
Okay, so let us take watching videos in two different scenarios. You take video sharing scenario, YouTube, Netflix, Hotstar, or Amazon Prime. They are also sharing the videos. Hotstar, Z5, there are different OTT services, right? In the lockdown period, Netflix, Disney Hotstar, everybody now watches the videos of their favorite, of their interest, their favorite videos from them. That is also video sharing. But there, you will go to YouTube, you will request the video. You will go to Prime, Netflix, Disney Hotstar, Z5, etc., and you request video. But WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, these are some online social network applications where the videos are not requested by the user in nature, in general. Sometimes you may ask, Array, we had a birthday party, somebody has taken a snap video, hey, give that video to me, buddy. That is not, I am not talking. 99.9% of the videos which are being shared in WhatsApp are sender centric, but not receiver centric. But you take YouTube, Netflix, Hotstar, they are receiver centric. YouTube is a content provider, Netflix is a content provider, OTT, there are different OTT content providers. You request, they will give. That is called as pull model. That means you are pulling. As a client, you are pulling the video to the server and you are watching. But when you compare to the WhatsApp, Facebook, in the Facebook wall, you open the Facebook wall, there will be so many videos on my wall. I don't have time to watch all of them. Who asked them to post me on my wall? Just because of they are my friends. They have posted, it is coming to me. When they have chosen to share in public to everybody in his friends list. So I have taken the second one is called as push model. Push model means suppose my mobile is switched. Saket Pathak sir is sending me one video. Only when I on my mobile, the WhatsApp server will push the video to me. Once it is pushed, the server will never hold the video in the WhatsApp I am talking about. Okay. Now, I was very much interested to handle this issue. What I have done is, why should I get the video again and again in the same group or from a different group? What is the impact of getting the video again and again? Imagine the video occupies some amount of data and some amount of space. What will happen if you are downloading the same video again and again? You are downloading the video means your mobile data consumption is repeated. Your mobile, the memory in your mobile is also double, or exponential increase in the mobile consumption and exponential increase in the data rate. Data usage. When you are using the, when you are downloading the mobile without your knowing it is getting downloaded. The same thing, you are not interested at all. But all videos are, there are some groups which you will never see the video, but it is being downloaded. And then after some time, you will feel that, okay, let me clear the chat, delete the media. because your memory is getting full. Okay, your network bandwidth is also, just imagine the same video roaming in the network layer many times and passing through different network infrastructures. Just imagine the impact of the mobile data usage, the memory consumption, on top of everything, the data rate, the bandwidth that is being occupied. So I have taken this particular thing as a research problem, and then I identified, yes, there is a potential requirement to handle this particular scenario. I may not explain everything, but I will tell you what I have done. You can see clearly, I have taken the mobile data usage from my mobile. Session wise data usage I have taken, right? And then that is in the right side corner, top right corner, top right. Then you come to the bottom left. I took WhatsApp and Facebook and I read the statistics from my mobile itself. See, every application will have their statistics. How much data has been used, right? Then I have taken the download and upload speed of my mobile networks, mobile network. Then I have taken one video of 8.1 MB. The play duration is 3 minutes 34 seconds. Then what I have done is I sent this particular video from user 1 to user 2. After that, I have sent from my WhatsApp, clicked share external and sent to my own Facebook. After that, I watched this in online. After that, I am download, means different scenarios I have handled. The same video in this different scenarios when I am doing it, every time some amount of mobile data has been consumed, and finally I could observe that I have used 54.9 MB of usage, but the video is same 3 minutes 34 seconds video of 8.1 MB. Now everybody please observe, there is one option, I don't know. This is a very practical, real-time research problem that I have handled as part of my one of the work in my research work. In your mobile, there is a gallery. We say it as media, right? There is an option in WhatsApp. If you click no, then the data will not be stored in the media. But here I have selected yes. You can see the second screenshot. There are two videos. A one small boy picking up laddu. You can know that laddu, right? There are two times, two same videos, because two times I shared. Another one, my children singing Janaganamana. Three times I have sent in this group. Then what happens? Somebody has sent me. See, I initially sent to my own students. Pyjackers is a community which we do some Python, Java, and C language projects in NIT Nagaland. So in our group, I asked them purposefully. Then you can see in the right hand side, Redmi 4X internal shared storage, WhatsApp media, WhatsApp video. You can see multiple times video sharing has created multiple memory consumptions. So I have identified that when identical video is shared, definitely identical means multiple video sharing is causing multiple data usage and multiple memory consumption. Then I have developed one model. So when I am talking about this model, okay, I am not going to explain complete model for you. Now tell me, WhatsApp will not allow me to open the videos. Definitely. So there is a challenge here. So what I have done is, by using socket programming, I have taken 10 different machines and I run multiple clients in multiple machines, and every client will pick one video and it will send to some other intended user. Okay, so I have created a conceptual video sharing scenario. Then what will happen? You can see the middle layer, initiation of video contents, the application as a service. In between Google Cloud Platform and application as a service layer, you can see initiation of video contents. Then I have segregated the traffic as per the receiver. What are the traffic which is coming to user 1, user 2, user 3? Then I am verifying the history. How I verified? I have framed a model called as validating the video with the first frame of the video. See, most likely the videos which you are sharing will have a small video, 10 seconds video, 20-second video, 30-second video, and they are not private in nature. In general, the WhatsApp videos what you are getting are mostly public in nature, right? So I have opened the video in my own conceptual video sharing scenario, taken the first frame, taken the size of the video and duration of the video, and I compared these, the incoming video. Suppose in my model, if a user wants to send a video, before sending a video, every user will extract the first frame, video size, and video duration, packet data frame, and send to the user server. Server will whether there is any match. If there is a match, then we are going to reject the video initiation. In this manner, what will happen? I am saving the receiver data, saving the receiver memory, saving the sender mobile data, and I am saving the parameters that I have considered. For every research program, the metrics, the foundation metrics through which you are going to validate your model. So I have obtained some results. For example, when there are 500 initiations to 5,000 initiations, clearly I have done, so how many, and there will be overhead involved. Instead of sending a video, I am sending the first frame. There is a chance that the first frame is not there, that entire data frame is mismatched. So you have to send a video. So that sending the first frame of the video along with the data and the duration will cause some overhead. So I have calculated, and then I have analyzed the overhead is only 2.4%, which is very much low when compared to the data consumption that I am saving. The amount of data traffic I am reducing is far superior to the overhead that is being involved. Okay, so I have definitely, whenever you are doing some project, you are going to get some results. Okay, then when I am doing this, right, it took me 1 year to implement. I have used Python, completely out and out Python for implementing my model, completely analysis, everything. And there are some reviewers who told, how can you encrypt the video? How can you open the first frame? Then I was telling, see, this is a model that I am trying to refer to the WhatsApp and Facebook. We are trying to suggest them, boss, try to reduce the data, try to reduce your own traffic, right? So unnecessarily, why should? Then we are doing some other, me and one of my students, we are working on another high-end model where without even opening a video, I want to create one hash ID, and we are comparing the hash IDs. We have succeeded, but still some more work is pending. So in this manner, you can always choose a simple problem which is happening in real time, and then you can always suggest some more proposed idea, be it a power theft consumption, be it a smart city, be it a security aspect of underwater ocean wireless sensor networks. You take a communication, you can take a proactive caching that which is an upcoming. You take a device-to-device communication in 5G communications. You want to work on any area, I prefer you to choose a very relevant topic, and then you can handle the issue and you can propose something. Then you will become a pioneer for that, right? So I'm not going to elaborate much on my PhD work. I'm just giving you an idea how come a simple problem can be taken which is having a very good relation with the current trend? What I am going to give back to the society, I am giving back to the society that everybody will save some amount of their money. Why? Because the amount of mobile consumption will be reduced. Now we are planning ahead like, why should I get all the videos? I am not talking about the redundant video. See, I may not be interested in gossip. I may be interested in only the cricket related news and Python related videos. So I have to predict the user and stop all the irrelevant videos. That also you can do. Then it will be a further improvement to the research work in the same aspect. So level by level, you can always increase the research problem complexity and you can achieve something good. So this is how I just want to introduce about the problem solving and ideation, right? So I thank all the participants and this is my contact number, and in case if you are, I am very much interested in online social networks, mobile communications. So if you are very much interested to have any collaborative work, you can always contact me in my official email ID or my personal Gmail, and I am sharing my contact number with all of you, right? In case if you have any doubts, you can always contact me. And I am going to share this presentation with Professor Sulakshana Mane Madam so that it will be given to all the participants. So I thank you all. In case if you feel good about the session or if you want to have any constructive criticism on the session, you can always do it. Now it's the time for you to ask me any questions if you have, and over to the organizers. I thank Professor Sulakshana for giving this faculty, and thank you one and all. Over to you, organizers.
Hello.
Hello.
Any questions from the students? Please ask the questions. Whatever the queries, whatever doubt, you can ask to the sir. Hello.
Hello.
From the
Yes,
student
sir.
side, anyone ask the question to the sir.
No doubts.
If anything query from participants, you can ask to the sir.
Yeah, you can also contact me in email or WhatsApp, the same number which I shared.
Yes. Anybody participant who want to share your feedback for 2 minutes, you can share.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, how to choose a journal or publisher for publishing our papers?
Yeah. For example, let me take, you are working on online social networks. Example, okay. You need to go and you just type the keyword, the area and type journals. Then you can clearly see online social networks and media, right? There is a journal in Elsevier. Go to the journal and see whether it is, see, the basic thing is whether it is indexed in Science Citation Index, Web of Science or not. Okay. Don't go to all the journals which are, so initially it was there in the Web of Science, then you can go to suppose IEEE social networks. See, immediately you can say there is a IEEE transactions on social networks. See here, IEEE transactions on computational social networks. This is a very good journal. You have to go and see the indexing, and you see how many years back it has been started. Okay, so don't go to a simple journal, and I will tell you a simple thing. Okay, international journal on emerging technologies. Okay, see here. Simple. I just typed. So you got one international journal on emerging technologies. It sounds very good, right? Oh, international journal. But you come here. See, I'm not telling this is a good journal or bad. Obviously, this is not a good journal. Here, you can say this journal, right? Immediately, it asks some kind of money. People can immediately understand if somebody is asking, okay, see, it is started very recently. Or, yeah, 2010 it started. I don't know about exactly this submitting article. Okay, you go to that submitting article, and if somebody asks you the money for publishing, then don't consider the journal. Do not consider a journal which asks. These are the indexing. See, these are not at all a standard indexing at all. Google Scholar is not an indexing. Scholar Steer, Global Impact Factor, these are not the proper indexing. One good proper indexing is Web of Science. Basically, that is Science Citation Index. And you go to Master Clarivate Analytics. Web of Science Master Journal list is available here. Then you type the journal name. If the journal is available here in the Web of Science, most likely it is good. And in that, go to only unpaid journals. Don't go to paid journals. Hope your doubt is clear.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Any queries from participant side? Anything doubts? Okay, fine. Anybody want to share your feedback?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. Okay.
Actually, I'd like to thank the organizers for arranging such a beautiful session, because in this session, we have learned so many things from the Nagaraju sir. Thank you, sir. And we learn how to choose problems and how, from where to find the journal articles and many other things. So yeah, I'd like to thank Nagaraju sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody want to share any your views and feedbacks? Please, you can share.
Yes, sir. So thank you for sharing your views about research and ideas. Now, we hope that we are sure that this might help us in future for our work. If we have any work and for a particular journal, if we want to issue any of our research and all. Thank you, sir, for this lecture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody want? Yes. Yes. Sahil?
Sir, so what are the chances that our research work might collide with someone else?
Yeah, definitely there are chances that somebody else is. That's why if you are doing extensive literature survey, so during that time you will understand what are the potential works that are being carried out. Then definitely there is a chance that somebody else is also working on the same time, right? So at that point of time, it's a luck where you are going to work on, and how fast. See, fast in the sense implementation should not take time. If you are spending more time in solving the problem, then somebody will go and win the race. Okay, so that's why one of my supervisor used to tell me continuously, repeatedly, many times, that if you delay the implementation, your idea is going to become obsolete because somebody else will supersede you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Anybody want to again share feedback or anything queries?
Sir,
How
hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
sir, how to
Sir,
decide
how
how
to
much
get
time is relevant for a particular problem?
I can't get. Come
Sir,
again.
how to decide how much time is relevant for a particular problem?
See, you can't quantify exactly how much time is taken, but definitely, I think within 2 months, I think you should be able to solve. Otherwise, what will happen? Writing the research article takes time, then review will take time from your supervisor, and then it will go to the review. My article was lying for 9 months in review, right? After 9 months, if your research article is getting rejected, then it will be a lot of tension also. So, practically speaking, 2 months is enough for solving a particular research problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir. Anybody want to ask a question again? Anybody want to give a feedback? Hello. Ma'am.
Uh,
Come back.
Good afternoon, all. It is my great pleasure and honor to propose a vote of thanks on this webinar, Problem Solving and Ideation Workshop. First of all, I thank you very much, sir, for your informative, knowledgeable, and understandable station. Thank you very much, sir, for your direction of a lot of research problems. Thank you to our Honorable Director, sir, Principal Ma'am, all HODs to give an opportunity to organize this webinar. I thank to all the invitees present here and accepting my invitation. I thank all IIC president, coordinators, conveners for their guidance and valuable contribution. And I thanks to our student coordinators for their contribution. And a thanks to all the participants for the joining of sessions. Thank you very much, sir.
And I forgot to thank the director, sir, and the principal madam and Balkande sir for giving this wonderful opportunity. It's a very good opportunity for me to meet all of you in this online mode. I hope the session is very much informative. Thank you all once
Yes,
again.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,